Hi there, I'm Sonnet, and welcome to Live and Flip with Sonnet. I'm taking on the renovation of an auction house that wasn't even livable when I bought it. Bit by bit, I'm bringing it back to life so that one day it can be a place someone else can enjoy calling home. The twist? I'm doing it all on my own and as a live-in project. That means the projects take longer. The challenges are bigger, and most of the work comes down to DIY solutions. If you like following real renovation journeys, the wins, the setbacks, the problem solving along the way, you're in the right place. My hope is that these videos inspire you to tackle your own projects, because if I can do it, you know you can do it. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's do stuff. Do it together now. 53 minus 3/4 is not 51 and a quarter. 51 and a quarter. I'm off by a whole inch. So, yeah, I did the math wrong. But it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna fix it. It's okay. I'll figure it out. Hi? Okay. So this week is a bit of a scatterbrain week. I'm working on the porch. I have all of the decking done, except for the 3 planks I need to rip. So I'll do those at some point, but the other wood is in the way, so I'm working on that. I need to get some weather stripping and caulking for the 2 side railings that are going to connect to the house, which I need to go to Home Depot this morning to get the other project that I'm working on, supplies for it. And this is going to be a new thing for me. I have not run electrical wire before, so I need to get a couple tools, which is fun, but also I have to spend the dollars, and that's always like, I wonder if it's worth it until after I get it, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I did that. I think I have a plan, okay? I think I have a plan. I'm gonna tell you my plan. We'll see. In the basement, in that corner of the house, is the electrical panel. I need to check and see what the amperage on the breaker is to know what kind of Romex to get. And then I think my plan is to mimic the wires that run across. I know some wires run across that side of the house. I'm going to run them in the basement over to where the switches are, and then punch up through the bottom plate and into the wall cavity where the wall switch is. So over here, I'll show you. So here in the dining room, the power will come along that far wall, cross in the basement through the joist that I can easily get to and drill through, and over inside of this wall and go up to this switch. From this switch up and over to the new light that I'm going to put in there. I'm taking down the chandelier. One of the things that I thought would be fun in doing this live and flip whole little lifestyle is kind of little hallmarks or little bits of recognition that I've been in a place. So planting tulips in the houses, and taking something from one house and moving it to the next house. So this chandelier is the thing that's going to get moved to the next house. It's missing a lot of crystals and it needs to be cleaned and refurbished and all of that. So I'm going to, as an in-between home project, I will refurbish this crystal chandelier, and in the next house have something pretty to add, maybe in a little side bathroom or something. It'll just be a nice little touch. But I already have a new light for the dining room, and so I need to be able to fish wire through here. This is finished area, and then up from the basement. There'll be two wires that come up from the basement, because one is going to go back down in the basement and across in the joists again in the basement, over to the light switch that's on this wall. This double switch here, one powers the foyer light and one controls the foyer light and one controls the porch light. I have a new porch light. I do not have a new light for the foyer, but this light is fine. I think it needs to be cleaned, obviously. There's nothing wrong with it. I could stand to change the gold of it. But anyways, that is my plan for the electrical pulling of wires down here. Also have wires to pull for the bathroom light upstairs. And that, I don't know if I should go up to the attic and across the attic and down, or try to go. I still have to figure out what I'm going to do for the upstairs bathroom. I need to measure to know how much wire. I'm pretty sure I need 14.2. I'm pretty sure it's a 15 amp breaker, but I need to know how much I need. I'm pretty sure my basement plan will work, and that will be just very little, like fishing through the walls. The dining room is going to be the hardest part. I think, I don't know. We will see how it goes. But I'm going to go down in the basement now and measure, and then go get some tools, and then we're going to be working on electrical today and probably tomorrow. And then this evening I'm going to finish the railing for the porch. The reason is that the paint sprayer that I ordered to be able to do the stain and the railing and all of that comes in tomorrow. At some point it'll come in tomorrow, so I need to be doing other things. So we're doing electrical and we're doing the porch. I'll finish the railing this evening, except for the actual hog wire inserts. Those will get installed after I paint all of the railing. So that's this week. Finishing the porch, pulling the electrical. I think if I can get those things done, which the electrical is a real big iffy because I don't know how this is gonna go. I've never done this before. I don't know how hard it's gonna be. I hope it's not terribly hard, but at least it's in the basement It's not very hot outside, so the days have just been delightful. It has been so nice. Working in the evenings is just perfect, and we still have tons of sun until like 9 o'clock at night, so I still have lots of light to work in the evenings. Even in the mornings is not that bad. The porch has no shade in the morning, so it gets real warm, but even so, the weather has just been delightful. So gonna go downstairs and do some measuring. Let's go do that. Okay, so, you know you're laying in bed and your brain is still working because you overthink everything, and you suddenly realize X, Y, Z, and you lay out the whole plan and it all makes sense. That happens to me a lot. I need to really start jobs with a question of how could this blow up into much more than I thought it was going to be. Because that's really what it is all the time. Anyways, this morning I have a lot of cruddy cruds to do. Before I can do any of that, I need to get the metal out, because I still haven't made a scrap metal run. Because I have all these jobs where I'm like, I'm going to have metal from that, so I don't want to like get tiny little bits. I don't take it all at once. Anyways, I have metal to get out. I need to get all of this stuff off of the shelves, the boxes out of the shelves, tip the shelf up, put the wheels on there, and then put everything back, move the shelf over here. I think I'll push the dining table that way, this credenza over there, and then the stuff that's up there can go over there. That way I'll have complete access to this side of the room, which is what I need to do the electrical. So, that's the plan. It's a lot more moving of stuff and doing stuff than actually getting to the electrical part. Because, right, the little thing is run the wire to the switch. There are so many more steps than run the wire to the switch. Anyway, so I've got a bunch of stuff to do today. Let's go do stuff. What the crap? I knew that. I knew that. The question is, Ooh! I do have a way to see inside the wall. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look inside the wall. Don't you love it when you know exactly what you need and where it is, and you go to get it, and it's like right where you thought it was? Okay, so I have a friend, when he was trying to figure out what was wrong with his boat, he was telling me about this little thing that he used to like go in there and poke around and see what it was doing. And I was like, that's the coolest thing ever. I need one of those. And so I went and got one of those. And it's pretty daggone cool. Okay, so today ended up being not a super productive day. And those days often feel like I didn't do anything. So I'm working to understand that that is still progress moving forward. I was going to paint some of the railing today, and I was going to run some wiring in the basement. So I have been hesitant to run some of the lengths of wire because I might cut it too short, and there are things I'm trying to figure out with the dining room ceiling. There's no junction box there now, just knob and tube. It looks like at one point the light in the dining room was run by gas, so there's a pipe that runs there that's been capped off that used to be a gas pipe, and the knob and tube just wires in the ceiling, running there and stopping. So I need to put a junction box in, and thinking about the junction box, I'm trying to figure out the distances when I put up the new ceiling. And putting up the new ceiling, I'm trying to figure out which product, which thing, which finish I want to do for the ceiling. And I've kind of spent the day going back and forth on a couple different things. Once I actually come up with an idea, like I have to find a product. So my day was kind of just being online and looking for things. Unfortunately, none of the stores around here have enough of what I want. So everywhere is going to have to order, and I'm going to have to wait like 2 weeks for it to come in. That is less fun. 2 weeks to wait to be able to do that. So I've also been trying to figure out what I'm going to work on, in which direction, and doing other things. And so the other projects I'm going to work on means I need to do procurement for those projects too. So then that was what I spent the rest of my day on. The paint sprayer came in. I pressure washed the porch yesterday. So I didn't want to do any painting or sealing or anything today. I wanted to give it a full sunny day to dry. And it's looking so good. It looks so much better. It's so clean. The whole front of the house is pressure washed and clean. So I pressure washed the porch yesterday. I needed to give it time to dry, so I didn't want to paint today. I spent most of my morning researching things to figure out what I'm going to do for the dining room ceiling, and then researching things and products for alternative projects in the meantime while I wait for those materials to arrive, since it's going to take about 2 weeks for them to get here. So I am trying to organize my schedule and trying to think about all of that. I have not completely figured it out. I need to figure out the schedule, figure out what's going on, put it all down, get it out of my head, flesh out all the materials, supplies, and then not just purchasing, but the timing of when they can come in. So there's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of projects, and I didn't really do anything today, but I did stuff. It was all just head stuff. Lots of things to do still, always. But yeah, so it is Friday, it is weekend, the weather has been delightful. I feel like I did get a lot done this week, but I always feel like there's so much more to do and I haven't quite done enough, and that is just a thing I need to work on, feeling like I recognize the work that I'm doing. So yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy the evening, and I hope you guys have a good week. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe and comment. If you have any feedback for me, if you have any comments you want to share, I really appreciate it. It's very encouraging to me, learning, doing YouTube, and it helps the algorithm. It tells YouTube that you like the video and that it should tell other people to watch the video. So I really appreciate it. It really, really does help out. I know I used to just watch YouTube videos and I would never like or comment or do anything because I was like, oh, what does that matter? But now I do it because I want to encourage the people who are creating, not like they care what I think, but that the computer algorithm is going to reward them if I interact with their video. So if you could do that, I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.